Hey guys, it's Robert from East Coast Sawing and Design. So this video here is the maiden voyage of my DJI Mini 4K quadcopter drone. Um, this is the very first time I've had it out for flying, and I'm just doing some movements across our yard just to show what it can do, or get a feel for what it can do. You can't tell when I'm moving around, but when I stop, you can see that it's actually quite windy out. You can see how much the trees are really moving here. So I was really pushing it on the wind speed for flying in, but I was also pretty excited to try out the drone. So right there, we're over top of the greenhouse. We're about 20 meters or so up in the air, 25 meters up in the air. You can see the old Louisville Ford 8000 plow truck, Dad's our car trailer, and homemade box for firewood on it. It's going down our driveway here. You can see our neighbor's shop in the top left. So just doing a bit of flying around and trying to get a feel for the drone. So right here, I think I ascended to about 35 meters. And you can see some interesting features in the background. You can see there's a road in the center top. That's actually a clay pit. Again, that's my neighbor's front house, and that's our little road. Really gives a scale how long the driveway is. The driveway's about 300 feet long. And there's our lawn inside of the house. The addition on the house is actually the bedroom, my parents' bedroom, and the computer room. And there's me, just chilling on the front step, looking at the controller. I'm just trying different movements, forward, backwards, up and down, pan the camera up and down. Just different ways of looking around and trying out the drone. So right there, I'm panning side to side. I might change the controller layout. There's 3 different layouts for the controller, depending on what you want to do. So I might see what the other layouts are. So right there, just kind of zooming down the driveway in sports mode. You can see I got really close to the phone lines. And just raise it up a little bit more, look around a little bit more, and there's our house. I think I'm about 30 meters in the air there. I didn't take it to max height with this wind. It was crazy breezy. But right there you could see the wood shop, the steel barn, the old garage, and the old bus shop and the new shop. Again, just zoom back to myself. Big old grin, having fun. Just trying out the camera pans. I can't remember if I set the camera to look all the way up, because it'll do about 10-15 degrees look up from horizontal. Right there I just did a manual drone-y shot. Just zoom it right out. You can see a good shape of our yard. The Dad's new garage is in the background there. Built that about 12 years ago or so. And just some more back and forth motions. It's nothing spectacular. Just, again, fighting the weather, and totally novice drone user here. So, okay, I do got the camera set to pan up, because that was a pan up shot. So it'll do about a 15 degree pan up. So kind of fun. It's another little manual drone-y zoom out from the house. You can see my greenhouse dirt pile there in the foreground. A good shot showing the whole yard. So, drone works amazing. For a sub 250 drone, it's actually got really good motion in the wind. So right there I was in sports mode, and I zoomed back into the house and nearly ran into it because I've got to adjust the settings. There's settings I can change for how it stops when you let go of the controller, and I was actually on full backwards when I nearly hit the house there, so it's something I got to work on. Where are we at now? I'm still just kind of playing with it. Kind of stuck between looking at the drone and looking at the controller. I don't know, probably 3 feet off the ground, 1 meter off the ground here. Anything under a meter, the drone likes to go into, it doesn't like to be less than a meter off the ground. So, right there you can just see a little pan around the yard from ground level. So that's what we normally see. So, right here I took it over, that's our trail to the left of the screen. Or one of our other logging trails that goes sideways across the lands. And the wind really started tossing the drone around here. The camera does not pick it up at all. That's what I really love about the DJI drones, is the gimbals are very solid on them. I mean, you could see how much those trees were blowing. I believe the wind was 35 with 58 gusts or something like that. It was just the straight wind was on the limit of its rating, and then the gusts were well above. So I'm still very impressed on how well it worked in this weather. So just a couple more looks around. Get up nice and vertical above the house. You can see the little structure to the left of the garage is the ATV barn. The frame from an old tent. You can see just different aspects of the yard you don't always see on camera. So I'm just, in this particular shot, I'm looking around the roof, because one of the things I wanted to do with the drone was be able to look at things I can't normally see without being on a ladder. So I knew we had a couple shingles blown off our roof over the last couple of years, so I'm able to actually go up and look at that. So you can see a lot off the peak row and then a big section missing there. So that's repair work for this summer. So I'm just doing a big wide angle spin around forward. Just kind of, again, playing with the drone and playing with how it moves. And there, come back into me. I did kind of stick around myself quite a bit. Got pretty close to the house right there. Spatial awareness is pretty important when you're using a mini drone, especially one that doesn't have obstacle avoidance. So right here I get pretty close to the trees next to the telephone pole, and I'm actually at the perfect height to run into set wires if I wasn't paying attention. So right here I come up over top. That's our well. That little box on the left side that just came out of frame is our well. And right around here I had a bit of video transmission issues on the controller. I think it was because I was behind the house, so I wasn't in line of sight of the drone, but doesn't seem to show it here, but when I was playing it back on the camera, it was showing it pretty badly. So, like I said, just trying different motions, zooming around the yard. It's, like I said, it's very windy out there right at this point. Again, it's gusts of over 50, so I was definitely pushing it with the little drone. I would not take it above I think the highest I took it was 35 meters, and even then, like, the drone was not happy about that with this level of wind. So just little motions around our field, and lowering myself down to prevent myself from hitting the wires right close to that tree there. So this is what a novice drone user looks like. Just totally random motions. So just still having a lot of fun playing with it and seeing what it'll do. Everything looks very different from this angle. Not used to seeing things from up high. That's my wood yard up to the top right of the screen. That's the mill roof on the left and the new shop I built in the fall on the right. And the old bus shop next to it. You can really see how tight the constraints were there. The original video did not show that. And there's the logging trail to the left of the sawmill. And just looking around a bit more. Does pretty much what I wanted to do. So right there, I'm just coming down into the ground and bring it over to me. I did not, when I landed, I didn't initiate a return to home. I just did a manual landing, which is quite easy to do. You just go down on your stick and she'll land on her own. It's quite nice.